at guard, a 5'9" freshman from Dublin, Georgia, number 1, Ja'Cory Payne. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, number 3, Darius Joel. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Columbus, Georgia, number 11, Jalen Thomas. At forward, a 6'5" senior from Columbus, Georgia, wearing 0, Marcus Dixon. At forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Columbus, Georgia, number 25, Cam Paulding. The Cougars are under the direction of head coach Robert Moore, assisted by Pershing Williams, Chris Reedy, and Jordan Griffin. And now, for your Mountain Lions. At guard, a 6'1" junior from Marietta, Georgia, number 5, Antonio Wade. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Wantirna, Victoria, Australia, number 23, Ben Waterhouse. At guard, a 6'5" senior from LJ, Georgia, number 25, J.B. Charles. At forward, a 6'5" senior from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 1, Corey Nelson. And at forward, a 6'7" junior from Port Charlotte, Florida, number 32, Nixon Blanc. Your Mountain Lions are under the direction of head coach Pete Hartman, assisted by Steve Viterbo.
All right, men's action getting ready to get underway. Tommy Jenkins, John C. Moon, and Phillip with you on the Mountain Lion Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Thank you, game sponsors, Lake Chateau Lighthouse and Grill, Aquatic Pools, and I think now it's called North Georgia Rentals, and Starbucks. Coming off of a barn burner of a women's game, Mountain Lions winning in overtime. And we'll have Coach Steersman probably up at halftime. Got a pretty good crowd filtering in here. Not completely full. If we could get this student section down here full, it'd almost be a full house. Columbus controls the tip, and we're underway. Keep an eye on the matchup between Marcus Dixon and Nick Blanc, two of the best rebounders in our league. Also watch Ja'Cory Payne, senior out of Dublin, Georgia. Man, we've had fun watching him over the last 4 years. One of the best offensive players in our league, and Columbus scores first. They're going to put some points up. They'll give some points up. We got to get going offensively. Got to get J.B. Charles going. Got to get Ben Waterhouse going. Got to get everybody going. Columbus leads 2-0. They'll start in a man. Corey Nelson with the ball. Wasn't sure on that one where the pass was going to. Young Harris turns it over. Columbus in transition, driving the baseline. Good defense. Wade comes out with it in transition. Going to take it coast to coast. Can't get the layup. I miss the days of the left hand. Nice finish by Dixon in transition. Columbus leads 4-0. J.B. Charles to Wade, thought about the three. J.B. going to shoot it, and he nails it. Important that we get J.B. off to a start. He had a really tough game offensively last week against against Georgia Southwestern. And Columbus turns it over. Young Harris has the ball, trailing by 1. Wade transfer out of Georgia Highlands from Marietta with running the point into Waterhouse. will go to Corey Nelson. He goes up strong, misses, but gets fouled. Corey will go to the line to shoot too. Corey really struggled Monday against Augusta, so hopefully we get all our bullets firing offensively like the women did tonight.
Nelson to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on Joel. Columbus State starting with Dixon, Payne, Joel, Thomas, and Paulding. Young Harris with Nelson, Wade, Waterhouse, Charles, and Block. Corey misses the first. Corey second on the team in scoring at 13.4 per game. As a free throw shooter, 70%, 30 of 43, now 30 of 44, 31 of 45, and we're knotted at 4. Young Harris going to come with a little full, slow down the advance of the ball. Waterhouse, one of the best defenders, maybe the best defender in the league. And you got a quick guy out there guarding. He always gets the best, seems like the best player. It don't matter if they're 5'9" or 6'6", ever who the scorer is. Waterhouse generally gets the assignment, and we lose the handle. Unforced turnover, and they nail a 3 ball, and it's 7-4. I think a good start offensively, Young Harris, is imperative. We got off to the great start against Francis Marion, our best game of the year, never looked back. Perhaps we can have that kind of game. Charles puts it on the floor, feeds Blanc, goes inside and scores. One of the leaders in our conference in field goal percentage. Big Nick knocks that one down, and it's a 7-6 game. Payne running the point. Again, he's got Waterhouse on him. He's really got to play the angle on him. 3-ball corner pocket is no good. Rebound Dixon averages over 10 per game. He's a leaper. And he'll be guarded by Payne. Dixon coming off a screen, and he turns the ball over. And it'll be Young Harris basketball. Payne averages 20.1 per game. He is a 51% shooter from the field, 44% from behind the arc, and a 78% free throw shooter. He's complete. Ben Waterhouse to Charles up top, right side Payne. 16 minutes to go. Young Harris trails 1. It's early. This house came thundering down in the women's game. Hoping the same magic will happen here. Not a good possession. Very empty possession. We end up settling for an NBA 3-ball that don't go. They'll come right back with a 3, and they'll miss. Wade with the rebound, looking to penetrate. Kicks it out to Waterhouse. 3-ball, no good. Rebound Columbus. Joel in transition, and we don't get back on defense. And Cam Paulding flushes it, and it's a 9-6 game. Young Harris lost a man in transition. Waterhouse to Nelson. Back to Charles. He'll drive, get his own board, and score. Tried to pass, wasn't a board, tried to pass. It rattled off some fingertips. JB puts it up. JB's got 5, and it's a 1-point game. Ben Waterhouse missed that 3-ball, but good to see him just looking for his shot. Joel driving, and going to be a foul.
Foul was called against Wade.
Foul on Wade.
That is his first.
His first. Team's first, and we got a media timeout. Comes at 15:08 to go in the first half. Young Harris trails by 1, 9-8. Thanks for listening to the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Young Harris hits the road this Wednesday at Georgia College. We still got a Lander game that we got kind of snowed out of this past Wednesday. Then January 27th, USC Aiken will be our opponent. That is homecoming. This place is going to be packed out. We'll have Clayton State coming in on the 31st, February the 4th down at Southwestern, and then February the 7th Wednesday, North Georgia, Battle of Blood Mountain, round 2, Purple Out night, and that game will be on ESPN. So a lot of stuff going on here at the YHC Basketball Arena. Here currently, Young Harris trails by 1, 9-8. We're just inside of 15 minutes. Antonio Wade running the point for Young Harris. Drives the paint. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, Dixon. Driving the paint, fadeaway jumper is good. That was Darius Joel. Joel, excuse me. And Waterhouse with a steal. He's one of the leaders. He leads the league in steals. Charles, great take to the basket. And Young Harris cuts it to 1. These two teams get after each other. Plain and simple. Right side, they'll feed the post. And feed inside. Dixon will score. Dixon will, he's got 4 already, and it's a 3-point game. (13-10). We got 13:30 to go. Wade, high post. Nelson puts the ball on the deck, puts it up off the glass, up and in. And it's Young Harris keeping it close. And we're going to have a foul on Young Harris in transition. Didn't do a good job getting back down the floor. Coach Viterbo, our assistant, tell him got to get back, guys. These guys like to push. Foul is on Charles, his first, team's second. 13:15 to go. Several substitution for Columbus. Young Harris has stayed with their 5. Driving the paint. Great block by Corey Nelson. Going up and challenging, being a rim protector. That got the crowd maybe fired up a little bit. Charles 3. Ball! Count it! JB filling it up here tonight. He's got 10 already, and the Young Harris lead is 2. We'll get back into our man. Quickly, we're getting ready to come with Lappet, Murphy, and Zion Williams. Murphy getting his playing time increased, and Zion Williams, the freshman out of Savannah, has looked great. Fight for the board. Waterhouse comes down with it. Out to Wade. He'll get the ball in the middle of the floor. Got Ben off to his left. JB popping out, looking in at Blanc. They playing him tight. He's going to shoot the 3 and count it. He is on target tonight. 18-13, Young Harris with its biggest lead of 5. Waterhouse, man, playing somebody in Ja'Cory Payne so quick. But watch him how he plays and moves his feet and how he plays the angles. I really believe he's the best defender in this league. Driving the paint, got to get help. Nelson didn't need no help. Blocks the shot. Charles in transition. Looking inside to Blanc, goes off of the hands of Michael Graham, sophomore out of Stone Mountain, who just checked in. We got a timeout on the floor. Comes at 11:45 in the first half. Young Harris leads 18-13. Peach Belt basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Peach Belt basketball from the YHC Basketball Arena, a.k.a. the Valley of Doom, coming off of a explosive OT win. Barn burner, baby. Our women defeating Columbus State. Brianna Bell hitting a free throw with about 9 seconds to go. And now we got some subs in. Coach Herman going deep. He's got Murphy, Lappet, and Williams in to play the point. Williams is a shooter. Long skip over to Charles. Murphy, elbow jumper's good. Greg can score. Don't doubt there is going to be no offensive downturn when Greg comes in. He's a scorer. He nails that sweet elbow jumper with the left hand. It's a 7-point game. John Lambert, sophomore out of the ATL, running the point. He'll give it up right side, 3 ball, no good. Williams with the rebound. Rudy Winters shooting the 3 ball. Charles 3, no good. Lappet tracks it down. Long skip out, dangerous skip. Out to Waterhouse. We'll get the ball in Zion's hands. Murphy at that right elbow puts it on the floor. Nice feed to Lappet. James can't get it, but Greg puts it back up and in. Great pass, great rebound, and Young Harris leads by 9. Payne running the point, feet inside. Lappet came over to help, but a little bit too late. Columbus scores, and it's a 7-point game. Charles, a hot hand for Young Harris. He's already got 10. He'll give it up to Williams. 3 ball, no good. Rebound Payne. Nice strong take to the basket. Lambert can't convert, but he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul is called on Waterhouse. That is his first.
Foul on Waterhouse, his first, team third, but this will put Lambert at the line. Lambert 8 of 12 from the free throw line this year. Coming off the bench, averaging 3.9 per game. Damari Edwards will check in. Charles, red hot, will sit down with 13 already. Gets a break. It'd probably be a short one. But Young Harris, Coach Herman, showing a strategy tonight. 10 minutes in, he's already played 9 players. Developing some depth. It's a 5-point game. 22-17. Pretty good crowd on hand. Get this one end section filled up, and we'd have a crowd here. Foul on Columbus. You see the quickness of Zion Williams. Young Harris ball underneath. 9:47 to go in the first half. Foul is on Joel. Into Murphy. Greg has a shot blocked by Jesse DeLoach. Big 6'8", 230, big body out of Grayson, Georgia. Just checked in. It's a 5-point game. Lappet will hedge out on Lambert. 3 ball, no good. Waterhouse with the board. He'll turn the Jets on. Going coast to coast. And turns the ball over. Strong take. Missing the dunk. Loose ball comes out to Ellis. Step back 3 is good. That is Darius Joel. This team can score. This team scores. Close to 80 points per game, but they will give up points. They've been giving up more than they've been scoring. Their games are high-scoring affairs. Murphy can't get the jumper down. And a foul 94 feet away is going to come on Damari Edwards. That'll be Young Harris's 4th team foul. And Young Harris will come back with his starters. Everybody but Ben Waterhouse, who hadn't been out. Ben don't come out much. Again, he leads the league in minutes per game. We didn't get a game in there Wednesday, so I'm not sure if he leads in total minutes, but he'll be right there. He's like C.J. Wilson and Vince Martin of old. He's the 40-minute man. 22-20. Scoring run for Columbus. Been a while since we've scored. 22-20. We'll come back. Our starters got a rest, and they're back in. Wade runs the point. And a steal. You see the quickness, and Young Harris gonna steal it right back. Ben Waterhouse went down hard. Great hustle, wild exchange. The Columbus fans got into it. Top of the key, Wade settling them down inside of 8. Waterhouse right side. Nelson up top, feeds the post to Blanc. He'll spin down in the lane, kick it out to Charles. Got to go, got to shoot. And 30-second defense. We've got about 15-1 Columbus's crowd, and they're the ones making all the noise. We need to change that. We got a timeout on the floor. 22-20, it's a media. Young Harris up by 2. We hadn't scored in a while. Young Harris Athletics on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Today in the Peach Belt, Georgia Southwestern at Augusta, USC Aiken at Lander, Flagler at Francis Marion, Georgia College at North Georgia, Clayton State at UNC Pembroke. Here in Young Harris in the Brasstown Valley, where we're thawing out from about 6 months of winter, is Columbus State at Young Harris. Young Harris leads 22-20. Columbus right now with the ball, and it seems like the momentum. Dribble drive, kick out, right side, 3 ball is good from Lambert. Columbus takes the lead, 23-22. Waterhouse, 3 ball is good. Young Harris right back at you. Waterhouse getting his first points, 25-23. He can shoot it. He's as pure as it gets. Dixon up top. Right side, Joel. 3 ball is over the backboard. It's incredible. .646 to go in the first half. Young Harris leads 25-23. Young Harris has led. It's been about 50-50 what the lead is for both teams. Into Blanc on the post. He'll spin, go up with the right hand, get fouled, can't get the shot down. Nick leads Young Harris in scoring, 14.2 per game. Gets to the free throw line a lot, 63 of 95. He is a 66 free throw shooter, 66% free throw shooter. Transfer from Lincoln Memorial, hometown of Port Charlotte, Florida. Played at Lincoln Memorial on one of the best D2 teams in the nation before transferring to Young Harris. He was a big contributor on some Final Four teams. Misses his first free throw, nails the second, and the Young Harris lead is 3. We'll get back in our man. We'll give you some different looks. We'll come full, do the 1-3-1 trap, and they're going to come right side winners. Left side is Payne. They've done a good job on Payne, held him to 3 points. He's got the ball. They'll feed the post. Nice left hand. Charles strong with the rebound. Navigates through traffic. Left side Nelson to Waterhouse. He puts it on the floor. He'll set the charges, give it up to Nelson, puts it on the floor. Goes up in the lane, can't get the shot. Got to get Corey going. He scored 3 already. Got to get everybody going. J.B. Charles, 13. Nice underhand, though. Can't get it. Rebound, fight for it. Possession there, points away of Columbus. 5:43 to go in the first half. Young Harris leads 26-23. Neither team in the bonus. It's been a clean game. Corey Nelson with a steal to Antonio Wade, looking to go coast to coast. Lays it up and in. Corey Nelson flashing the athleticism. Wade flashing the athleticism on the finish, and it's a 5-point Young Harris lead. Our largest lead has been 9. Columbus has been 4, and we got a foul. It's going to be on the floor.
Foul on Antonio. That is his second personal.
Foul on Antonio Wade. That's going to be his second. 15. On the inbound to Payne. He'll work the paint and watch the way he plays angles. It's just a whiz. He is a wizard defensively. We'll hedge out on him. And looking for the offensive, no call. Paulding scores a 3-point game. Waterhouse nearly dropped it, but held on over by the Columbus bench. Back to Wade. Nelson, top of the key, left side, Charles. Wade into the post to Blanc. Nick going to pack it in, go up with the right hand. Can't get Charles with the rebound. Slaps it off the back of the glass. JB's got 15, and the Young Harris lead is 5, 30-25. Dixon, right side, Winters. Nice job off of the glass, Rudy Winters. And it's a 3-point game. Waterhouse putting it on the floor. Ben taking it, left-hand block. But Nelson cleans it up off the glass. Young Harris keeps it at 5. Got to get back. Columbus looking to run. Joel works against Wade. Left side, Winters. And back to Payne. Payne now, they'll come set the high screen. Nelson hedges out. Waterhouse just really makes him change his angle. 3 ball, no good, and we get out hustled for the 50-50 ball. Fresh 30 for the Cougs. Nice cut. Blanc off of the miss by Joel. Here's Wade in transition. Got to man his defender turn. Takes it up. In. That's going to be goaltending. No basket. But I believe a foul. Not sure what the call is. Let's see what the Coach Herman won't know if the basket's good, and I don't think we've got a confirmation. We'll take a media timeout, let them sort it out. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. (32-27), Young Harris up by 5. We've got Antonio Wade at the free throw line. Transfer from Georgia Highlands out of Marietta, Georgia. In and out on that one. Second free throw coming. He hits 1 out of 2. And Young Harris has the lead to 6. .311 to go in this one. Left side, Waterhouse. Feeds inside to Blanc. He puts it up and in. And Young Harris leads by 8. Big Nick now with 5 points. Dew doing his usual good board work. Right side, Jalen Thomas, who's checked in. He'll feed the post. Good job at that time of guarding, protecting the rim by Blanc, but we don't block out. They put it back up, and it's a 35-29 game. 3 ball, Wade leaves it short. Fight for the 50-50 ball. Waterhouse will control. We're doing a good job getting the 50-50 ball. We feed Blanc. Looks at the baseline jumper, nothing there. Back to Wade. 3 ball is good. It's a 9-point lead for Young Harris. That matches our best. We're getting down to the 2-minute mark. Leading by 9. And just can't say enough about what Ben Waterhouse has done on Ja'Cory Payne defensively. 3 ball, no good. Blanc with another board. And we're going to have a foul on Columbus State. Not been a whole lot of free throw shooting in this one. They're 2 of 2. We're 3 of 6. 15 foul. Waterhouse to inbound. He'll get to Antonio. We're inside of a minute 50. Blanc in the high post. Now we'll set Little pick and pop, try to do a slip screen for Waterhouse. He'll come off of it, put it on the floor. Good job by Waterhouse. Nice body control, takes it. And we got a timeout. Columbus going to call it. We're up by 11. We got a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Cougars call it. 40-29, Young Harris leads as Waterhouse. Nice job. He's got 5 points. Nick Blanc leading Young Harris with 15. Doing a great job on Ja'Cory Payne. We've held him to 3 points. Paulding leading the way for Columbus State with 6. We'll have Coach Steersman dropping in just a little bit. And we'll talk about the women's game here at halftime in case you missed it. Huge, huge, huge win for our women, 93-92. Brianna Bell hitting a huge 3-ball. We were down by 7 with around 2 minutes to go, and we got off the deck, came back and won that one. Right here, it's 40-29. Every time I look down, crowd's getting a little bigger. Got the softball girls here. This is Payne working against Waterhouse, left side Lambert. Feeding the post. Kick out, 3-ball, no good. Charles with the rebound. Damari Edwards has checked in for Young Harris. Nelson to Edwards, 3-ball! Count it! And Young Harris is up by 14. We're inside of a minute. Off the screen, hedging out is Blanc. Just inside the arc, it's 2-ball. That quietens the crowd. It's a dozen-point game. 11-second differential, shot clock, game clock. Young Harris got the lead and the ball. Need a good possession here. Nelson spinning the lane, has it blocked. There's a Dr. J move there. 18 on the shot clock. Waterhouse 2 inbound. He's got Edwards, Charles, Blanc, and Nelson. J.B. Charles with 15 points for Young Harris. Having trouble getting it in. We get it in Nelson's hand. Right back to Waterhouse. 15 on the shot clock. Nelson, top of the key, left side Charles. Puts it on the floor to Blanc. Hard to handle in the post. Up off the, nice job with the left hand. 14 points. Shot clock is off. 10-9, 8-7. Here we go. Waterhouse steps out on Payne. Expect him to take it. We'll hedge out. He'll get to the left elbow. Kick out, 3-ball. No good. We don't block out. We're going to foul him. They're going to get a shooting free throw at the buzzer with time expired. Let's see. Is it going to be on the floor?
Foul is called on Edwards.
Foul on Edwards.
His second personal.
His second. They're going to confer if it was on the floor.
Check that. Foul was not on Edwards. It was on Nelson.
Foul was on Nelson. Corey's first. First free throw, no good. They put 0.2 seconds on the clock. Nothing we're going to do with that. Second free throw coming. No good. And we finish up the first half with the score. Young Harris 45, Columbus State 31. J.B. Charles leading the way with Young Harris with 15 points. Also, he's chipped in with 6 boards. Nick Blanc with 7 points and 3 boards. Young Harris has shot the ball well, 54.5%. 6 of 12 behind the arc. Defensively, Ben Waterhouse has been sterling with holding Ja'Cory Payne to 3 points. We're going to take a very quick break, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll get Coach Steersman. We'll talk about this girls' game that was tremendous. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. (45-31), Young Harris leads Columbus State at halftime. Perhaps maybe the best half that I've seen Young Harris play since the Francis Marion game. They lead by 14. J.B. Charles coming out smoking, and talking about smoking. Coach Steersman, your girls got this place smoking, man. Wasn't that a battle?
It was a fun game. I was texting with somebody, and I said, it's the best women's game I've seen other than UConn, Mississippi State last year at the Final Four. I mean, could it have been any more fun? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I mean, I wish I would start writing stuff down and keeping up with some stuff. But if feeble memory serves me right, you were down by 7, which puts it at a 3-possession game. A minute and under 2 minutes, I'm sure it was under 2 minutes. You were down by 7, and you just kept clawing away. Got some stop, hit some threes, hit your free throws, got some steals, and Brianna Bell, who didn't play much in the second half, just nailed it, and you knew she was going to.
Well, I mean, I told them when it went into overtime, we came over there and I said, okay. I said, everybody over here's got 4 fouls. They just made the shot to send it to overtime. We get the ball. We turn it over with 7 seconds left. We get a steal. We don't get a shot off. Everybody's in foul trouble. I said, this is the same situation we were in 2 weeks ago at North Georgia. So how are we going to handle it? What are we going to do? We have 5 minutes in us here to gut it out. And we just got in a situation, Tommy, where, I told him at halftime, I think we made, maybe 2 threes at halftime. I went in there and I said, y'all, we've made 40 more threes than anybody in the league, so they're going to start falling. I mean, because in the first half, we had a couple that were just, 90% down, popped out. I said, they're going to fall. Don't worry about it. And we just got in a situation there, and, I was kicking myself because I told Erin Cochran on a make or miss I want to call a timeout, and she got the rebound, and she just went and got a bucket, and that got it back to a 2-possession game. It cut it to 4. And I was kicking myself because, man, I should have called timeout. But she just – and I told her we're calling timeout, make her miss. And she got it, and she just went and got a layup, and it cut it to 4. And then, Sarah Jorgensen bangs home that 3 in transition, and then we bang home another one at the end. And, the thing that I didn't realize, and I was joking with Janasia about it down there, was I didn't even realize she had a double-double because I never look at her rebounds because it seems like she never gets any. And I'm always on her about it. And she had a double-double, and, 8 of 15 from the foul line, it's, that's better than what she usually shoots it. So I thought she was tremendous down the stretch for us, rebounding the ball. And, I mean, again, we shoot the ball so well, we're going to be in every game. I mean, we got a lot of weapons out there. And when they're falling like that, we just got on a roll. Erin Cochran, she was coming off screens, one dribble 25 feet and then letting it fly. And, the old Matt Steersman would have been yelling and screaming at her to relax a little bit, and she was just letting that thing go. And it was a thing of beauty. I mean, it really was.
Well, a lot of emotion out there. I know Erin playing against her former team that signed her out of hospital.
Yep.
And Sarah Jorgensen wasn't Sarah in the first half. Her mom and dad's been here for 2 weeks, and they were getting ready to go home, and you could see. But she gathered it in and was huge for you in the second half. But one thing that we have talked about, consistency, 4-quarter consistency. You had the great first quarter. Second quarter, you laid a 1 of 13.
Yep.
You're down by a dozen. But look at this box score. You come out in the third and fourth quarter, you score 51 points in a half. Sometimes you don't score 51 in the game, and then you get 16 up in the overtime in 5 minutes. You got to be tickled to death with your offensive output.
No doubt. And I mean, again, we talked about it at halftime. Hey, just relax. Some shots have done everything but go in for us. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, in that second quarter, we were 0 for 6 from 3 in the second quarter, and I know of 2 of them that should have fell through and that popped out on us. And as a team that shoots it like we do, as you know, sometimes you live and die by it. I mean, we had 29 baskets. And 14 of them were from 3. We've had a lot of games where we've made as many threes as we have 2, and today was another one of those. And but yeah, it wasn't just the perimeter. I mean, we got some buckets. I thought Sarah Reed was really good inside. Sarah Garner came out guns blazing in that first quarter. I think she scored probably 8 of our first 10 or something. Seemed like
hit 2 3 balls.
2 3. She hit a jumper. I mean, so. You look down through there, only 2 people that played double-figure minutes didn't get to double figures, and that's Bree and Sarah Jorgensen. And, you know, again, Bree makes the big one there. And you know, it's funny how it all comes full circle to you sometimes. And, you know, I've been on Bree a lot because I don't feel like she's been that senior, that clutch player for us a lot of times this year. You know, she had the ball in her hands at Augusta in a tie game and turned it over late. And, you know, at North Georgia, she took the last shot, didn't go in. But I told her down there, I said, when that ball hits your hands, I knew it was going in because she deserves to make it. And honestly, you know, and I ain't saying this to downplay Columbus State at all because it's a good basketball team, but, you know, from what happened to us at North Georgia and what happened to us at Augusta and at Clayton and, you know, here against Francis Marion, you know, we deserve for those shots to go in and win that game. You deserve it. And I told the kids in the locker room when the game was over, I said, you know, it ain't just the people, it ain't just Bree making the shot, and it ain't just, you know, Sarah Reed getting some buckets in there, and it ain't just G getting the rebounds. It's everybody because, you know, if Bree don't get, you know, if all she takes in practice is wide open shots, that one don't go in. But she gets guarded in practice, and, you know, by Avery Jordan. And, you know, Avery Jordan didn't play second, but she had a hand in this win. I mean, because, you know, Elle Hutchinson had a hand in this win because she guards Sweden in practice. And, you know, and again, you know, Ashlyn Ellison had a stretch there. I don't know I don't know how many points she scored in a row or if I'm remembering wrong, but, man, it seemed like there was a stretch there in that third quarter where she just scored every time she touched it.
Yeah. We're going to take a little break, and we'll come back. We'll get a little sponsor identification here, and we'll come back. 45-31, your halftime score. Young Harris up by 14. We'll come back. We'll talk about this women's game, and then we'll move forward. Mountain Line Sports on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Young Harris women, huge win, 93-92. Over Columbus State in overtime. Brianna Bell with the game winner. Just some information to pass on to you. 14 three-pointers today by Young Harris. That's a women's school record. 93 points is one off the all-time record for points. Back when you were assistant, you think up at Hiawassee, you scored 94.
No, my first year as a head coach.
First year as a head coach.
We scored 94 in the first game against Hiawassee College, yep. And, you know, this 14, we broke the record this year with 11. 11 was the most that had ever been made, and we've tied that like three different times. So to break through and break our own record's nice too.
We talked about this thing a lot. You're in the middle of the season. I mean, it's getting dog days. There's no moral victories. You got the big win over Augusta. You beat them by 20, but no disrespect to Augusta, but you were playing one of the premier women teams in our conference.
Yeah.
You were down on the deck under 2 minutes, 3-possession game, and you came back and went. That's got to be big for your team moving forward.
Man, we talk so much. You know, my philosophy on this game ain't too complicated. You play hard, you defend, you rebound, you give maximum effort, you got a chance to win. And, you know, I told them before the game, if we get to 70, we will win this game because we aren't going to give up 70. And, you know, they had to bang home a three. You know, here's the thing. You look down through there, they made 2 threes today, and one of them was the one to tie it to send it to overtime. We defended the three-point line tremendously. They made the first 3 out of the gate in the third quarter, and to make it a 15-point game. We were down 12 at the half. They made a 3 to make it 41-26, and then the last one they made tied it to send it to overtime. And I told the girls, if we get to 70, we're going to win because I know we're going to defend like crazy. And it was 77-74, and Aaron kind of got the steal down here in the corner and dribbled it on the line, whatever happened, and they bang home a 3 to tie it. But, I mean, you know, we've had those talks. I told them before the game, I do not want to come in here today and say, man, we were close. We've got to today's the day we've got to bust through, and we got to beat somebody ahead of us. And yeah, it's huge because, you know, us and Pembroke are down there, and let me tell you, we're one game from 5th place.
Yeah.
One game from 5th place. We're not one game from 8th. We're one game from 5th now. You know, Clayton beat Pembroke by 2 today, so Clayton's got 5 wins, and us and Pembroke both have 4. So we're, you know, I sent the girls a message last night right before I went to bed, and I said, look, you know, tomorrow's a more than winnable game for us. We do what we do. We make shots. They'll have to adjust, and we throw it inside, and we get some points. And you know, Sarah Reed did that. She got some buckets inside for us. Now, you know, their girl inside is really good. She's a tough guard. But what I told them last night was, look, you know, I don't want to talk about us making the tournament. You know, I want to get up there, you know, where we got a good matchup in that first. But we got to handle business at home, and we got to handle every game from here on out has to, you know, we have to know that we're going in and we're laser focused, and it's business every single day. And you know, I feel like we, you know, I know I've said this 2 or 3 times up here during the men's game. Tommy, you were here on October 28th when we had that scrimmage against Georgia Highlands.
Yeah.
And I walked out of there that day and I thought, man, I don't know how this team is ever going to win a game. I mean, we were so bad that day. And the fact of the matter is, you know, other than our 2 games against Flagler and our game against Lander, I mean, we've had a chance to win every single one of them in the Peach Belt. And hopefully today breaks us through that, where when it's a 4-point game or a 6-point game, we know we can break through and beat them.
Men getting ready to get underway, leading 45-31. Moving forward, you've got a Lander game. Sometime you got to make up on the road. Snow got us. Man, It's been a crazy winter. You got Georgia College, good team Wednesday. They're all good in the Peach Belt. And then next week, USC Aiken at home. They're at the bottom of the league, but that don't mean they're not a good team. They're a good team. Well, you're going to have a packed crowd.
They went to Lander today and won. So
really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Aiken went to Lander today and won. So they got their first win in the league. And so, yeah, I mean, there's – you know, it don't matter. In this league, it makes no difference where you are in the standings. I mean, it really doesn't, because everybody's good, and anybody can beat anybody. And, you know, you just hope your team prepares well enough and you have them, you know, you give them all the information you can give them that they can retain, and then they prepare as players to be ready to go. And I'll tell you what, you know, Joe Charles, well, I'll tell you what, when he's feeling it, he's feeling it.
He is. You know, one last question. The men been facing basically the same thing you've been. Moral victories, play people good, get down on the deck, come back, nearly win, maybe one time pull one out.
Well,
playing well this first half if they can just keep that consistency.
Yeah, you know, 41 is a good number for them, or 45 is a good number for them in a half. I mean, that's
Pete Herman basketball.
That's what Coach Herman wants, and I would be, you know, I'd be losing my mind if we had given up 45 and a half, but, you know, that's what he wants to do, and, you know, he doesn't want the game to be like it was last Monday, where it's, you know, 28-26 in that. You know, he needs this, and his guys need this. And I'll tell you what, I mean, the thing that they do so well, in my opinion, is, and I think our team has shown so many flashes of this ourselves, is, man, we'll give up a good one to get a great one. And they, in that first half, there was a couple times where I thought, you know, maybe Ben Waterhouse had a shot, or, you know, Antonio Wade had a shot, and bang, they find JB and he bangs one home. And that's, you know, that's what you want. You want your kids to make sure that, you know, maybe we might have to turn down a good one every now and then if we can get a great one.
Sure. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big win. I know your squad. I can't wait to talk to Breon.
It's a streak,
after
right?
the game.
It is a streak. Isn't that 2 in a row?
That's
Man,
it, 2 in a row.
I couldn't tell you last time we won 2 in a row.
So we'll talk to you homecoming, and let's try to cheer these men on, because they need this one too. Coach Steersman on a really good game. I stayed calm, by the way.
I can't wait to go home and watch it tonight.
All the way home, I was
You know,
calm.
my favorite thing to do is I go to the basement at home, and I turn you on, and I turn it up as loud as I can, and then Jennifer yells from upstairs, "Turn him down."
There goes JB doing it again. A little fadeaway. Young Harris up 49-33. We appreciate always Coach Steersman stopping in. Thank you, Coach. Right now, Young Harris has got this baby up to 16, and we're playing with some passion out here. Columbus puts the O board back. And it's a 14-point lead for Young Harris. J.B. Charles with 15 points for Young Harris. He is feeling it. Like Coach said, he's a pure shooter. He gets on a streak, just give him the ball, get him a good look. Nick Blanc playing big down inside. So strong. Nice job with the reverse. And the Young Harris lead is 16. Do not discount Columbus South, though. This is a high-powered offensive team. Got to take care of the basketball. Got to value possessions. Nice feed into Blanc off the glass. And Young Harris is playing well right now. Turning into an up-and-down game. Columbus is going to try to beat us in transition. We do a good job getting back. Can't say enough about what Ben Waterhouse has done on Ja'Cory Payne. Good job protecting the rim by Nick Blanc. We got a 3-on-2. Wade all the way and scores. Young Harris has got the lead up by 18, and Coach Moore has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout. 17:57 to go in the second half in the game. Young Harris leads 55-37. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
VIP discount cards also for sale at the Lions Den, $10 each, portion of which goes to Make-A-Wish.
$55-37. Young Harris up by 18. We got this one primed up with our women's game. Huge win for Coach Steersman's Mountain Line. Brianna Bell, who didn't play much in the second half, came and hit that three-pointer. We had 3 players foul out. We're down by 7, 3-possession game under 2 minutes, and pulled it off. The miracle in the Brasstown Valley. Here with 17:27 to go. Young Harris leads 55-39. J.B. Charles does something he hadn't done much today, miss. I think that's only his second miss today. Do not count Columbus State out. This is a high-powered offense. They hang a lot of points on the board, and we have had a propensity to give away big leads. Right now we're playing with a lot of motion, a lot of confidence, a lot of passion. Damari Edwards has checked in for Antonio Wade. Columbus ball, Winters to inbound. And Ja'Cory Payne might go off for 100, but right now, 24 minutes into this ball game, Ben Waterhouse has held him to 3 points. Off the miss, Nelson with the board, and he's had some help. You don't defend this guy straight up, but he has done a great job. Ben don't matter if they're 5'8" or he's 6'8", he's going to shut him down. Nice strong take to the basket, gets fouled, and Ben will go to the line to shoot 2. Ben's got 5 points. Been one of the leading free throw shooters in our league. Comes in 1 of 5 Young Harris players, averaging double figures, 11.8 per game. Pure shooter from out of Australia. First one is good. Second's good. Young Harris leads by 18. 57-39, a lot of time left. Good crowd today. I think next Saturday USC Aiken comes to call. Homecoming be a huge crowd. Nice job, dribble penetration, feeding the paint, and it's a 16-point game. Near turnover, but Nelson goes strong to the rack and gets fouled. Corey with 5, he'll go to the line to shoot 2. He's had 1 trip to the line today. He was 1 of 2. Foul was on Paulding. It's his second personal, second team foul.
Nelson at the line, shoot 2.
First free throw, no good. Nelson, a senior out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Played his junior college ball in Tennessee, transferred to Young Harris. I think it was Tennessee. Hits 1 of 2. He's got 6 and leads at 17. Joel runs the point. He'll drive the paint. Good job rim protecting by Nelson. Edwards with the rebound. He's looking to run. Right side Waterhouse. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ben's got 10, and the Young Harris lead is 20. That's our largest. And going to get Waterhouse with the foul. That's going to be Ben's second. Antonio Wade, he's on the bench with 3. Right now we're going to take a timeout. Comes at 15:52 to go. In the ball game, Young Harris leads 61-59. 61-41, Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network. (61-41). Young Harris leads by 20. Columbus with the ball. Understand we had some technical difficulties in the first half, but we are now back online. And thank you for letting us know, Mrs. Paterbo, all the way down in Australia, Damari Edwards taking it, getting fouled. So we got it going here again, and you don't want to miss this when men are playing well. Women's game was absolutely exceptional. Edwards at the line to convert on an old-fashioned three-point play. Damari gets a kind roll. He's got 3 off the bench, sophomore out of Decula, Georgia. Very versatile player. Can play 3 positions, can play the 1, 2, or the 3 for you. Great job, and we're going to get a travel. I tell you, Nelson and Nick have really done a great job protecting the rim for the Mountain Lions today. Columbus going to come with some pressure, try to do something to cut into this 23-point lead. Ben with the ball. Ben's been solid defensively. He always is. He's in double figures with 10. Young Harris got 4 players in doubles, led by J.B. Charles with 17. Alley-oop. Can't get it down, but Blanc gets the board. He'll go up. Man, he has been unstoppable today. He got 13 points and 4 boards. And the Mountain Line lead is 25. Dixon. Three-ball top of the key. No good. Waterhouse with the board. Ben, little elbow jumper. Can't get it down. Nelson with the board. Back to Charles. Checks out the line. 3-ball. No good! And a flush by Corey Nelson! And we got another timeout on the floor. Comes at 14:22 to go in the ball game. Young Harris 68, Columbus State 41. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Never count your chickens before they hatch, and just keep yourself at an even keel. Try to be calm and not get too excited. That's what we do. All Mountain Lions here for a long, long time now. Been a while since Columbus led. We're up by 27. Again, don't take Columbus State lightly. There's a lot of time. This high-powered offensive team. Stat that blows my mind, though, is Ja'Cory Payne with 3 points. Kick out, baseline jumper, no good. And nice job of keeping it alive, Marcus Dixon. Marcus Dixon, one of the top rebounders in our conference. He's averaging over 10 points a game. He will go the line to shoot a couple. Greg Murphy has checked in for Young Harris. Greg is a big contributor for us right now. It's just with Blanc and Edwards out there, or excuse me, Nelson, just hard for him to find minutes. He's a face-up to the basket type shooter playing that possession. He's just deadly from either elbow. But he's a contributor now. Can't wait to see what he's going to bring us next year. Free throws are good. It's a 25-point game. Wade back in with 3 fouls. Edwards gave us some good minutes. Had a 3-point play there. Getting down to the 13-minute mark. JB there. When he catches the ball, they looking forward. Ben running the baseline. Spotted up for the 3. Now he'll get it inside the arc. Can't get it. Greg on the boards, can't get the shot down. Snatched down by Vic Ellis, senior out of Columbus. 3-ball is good. That was Ellis who just got the board, and it's a 22-point game. Feeding the post. Nelson knocked out of bounds by Michael Graham. Good crowd in. Every time I look down, it seems like it's getting a little better. Happy. Getting a lot of students here. Love the way the sports team's here. I'm looking down at this one section, baseball guys. They had practice today that they're here. Look down at the other section. You got soccer girls, lacrosse girls, softball girls. Get them all here. That little section wouldn't hold them all. 68-46. I want to say this, too, about Columbus State. I told some people in between the game, I've got a soft spot for Columbus. My daughter played at Columbus State, played on 2 Final Four teams, got her education paid for. Tuition didn't cost me a dime. Going back and forth to basketball games cost me a fortune, but hey, it was worth every penny. I'd do it all again. I'd probably go to more away games if I had it to do over again, because when it's over, man, you just got to wait for your grandkids then. But had the acquaintance of the 4 years we were down at Columbus State, of knowing a wonderful, wonderful man who was coach and athletic director, Mr. Herb Green, a man who I love dearly, a playing legend in Alabama and a coaching legend in Georgia. He is passed a few years ago, but he was a dear friend of mine, treated us so nice when we were at Columbus. And when my daughter got married here to a baseball player at Columbus State, got married here in Young Harris, man, the whole athletic department came to their wedding and meant a lot to us. And where I bleed purple, no doubt about it, I bleed purple. But there will always be a soft spot and a little bit of and hey, when Columbus is playing somebody besides Young Harris, man, that's who I'm pulling for, because these people very, very good to our family. Robert Moore, their coach, we see him every time. Scott over here announcing, and I just love these people. Right now we love this Young Harris lead. We're up by 21. That's close it's been in a while. And we don't need to get into a slide here, because they're going to be a run come. We've led as much as 27. Wade, nice strong take to the left side. He scores, gets it back up to 23. And we worked a lot of clock in that possession. Lambert with the ball, coming left side to Thomas, packing it into paint, and they're going to get Charles with the foul as we try to double down. It's going to be 2 on JB. We got Antonio Wade out there with 3. Paulding's got 3 for Columbus State. Paulding leading Columbus State in scoring with 10. Young Harris got 4 players in double figures. JB with 17, Antonio with 12, Ben with 10, Nick with 13. Three ball, no good. Waterhouse with the rebound. Ben will take it himself. And he'll get to the left elbow, back it out, and give the ball to Antonio. We're getting down the 11-minute mark. Blanc with the ball, gives it up to Charles. 9 on the shot clock. JB drives, feeds it off to Ben. And got to go. Spinning, fade away, no good. Watch the run out. They got a man down, got to turn around. In the corner, 3 ball is short. Waterhouse with the rebound. He's got a 3 on 2. Charles fouled. Went into that Padden. Thank God for Padden. He went into it hard. JB averaging 13 per game. Good free throw shooter, as you might imagine, 84% on the year. But first, we got a timeout. Comes at 11:09 to go in the ball game. Young Harris leads 70-47. Young Harris Athletics on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. $11:09 to go in this one, 70-47. Young Harris up by 23. Our largest lead has been 27. James Lappett going to give Nick Blanc a break. Nick has been huge today. They hadn't been able to do nothing with him. 13 points and 4 boards. Seems like he ought to have 14. He's just that kind of player. JB, nice stroke. Knocks the first down. He's got 18. That's a game high. Knocks down to second. He's got 19. Young Harris got the lead back up to 25. Lambert left side. Near turnover. Young Harris playing really good men, hedging out with Lappet. They'll go inside. Nice job on the reverse by Deloche. Big guy, 6'8", 230 out of Grayson, Georgia. He's a junior. Wade. He'll look to top of the key to Nelson. Coming right side, Waterhouse shoots the three and nails it. Falls down. Ben looking for his shot today. That's encouraging to all of us. He's got 13, and the lead's back to 26. 3-ball fired. Fight for the rebound. Lappet will control and gets tied up, and it's going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on Michael Graham. 15 foul on Columbus State. Both teams with 5, so both teams heading toward the bonus. Columbus State 7 out of 10 from the charity stripe today. Young Harris 9 of 13. They'll bring Horton, who's checked in up on Wade. Charles top of the key now. Coming left side, gives up to Corey Top. Right side Waterhouse, who just hit the three. Ben has played great defense today. He always does. 10 on shot clock. Young Harris doing a good job working the clock down, getting some good looks. Got to go on this one. Ben. Foul was on Lambert.
His first. Team 6.
We work some clock and get a foul. That's team 6. One more and we're in the bonus. Antonio to inbound. Gives the ball to Nelson, who goes hard to the rim. And going to be an offensive. And Coach Herman don't want no part of that one. Wow.
That is his second personal.
That's his second. I'm a kinder, gentler me will refrain. They'll feed the post inside out. Nearly stolen by Wade. They'll kick it out. Drive the baseline. Feed inside. Good job Lappet protecting the rim, but they stay with it. Get the putback. And they break the 50 mark. This team scores a lot of points. Averaging 75.2 per game. Nelson gives up to JB. He'll give it to Wade. We're just working the clock. Getting down the 9-minute mark. We're at 10. Nelson coming out for the screen. And a foul on Columbus. Foul is on Horton. And that will put Antonio Wade at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. He is 1 of 2 from the charity stripe today. Wade third on the team at scoring at 13-1. 70% free throw shooter on the year. Front end rattles out. And it will be Cougar ball. And wow, we missed on the rotation there. Lappet didn't stay home to protect the rim. And we're going to get Nick Blanc back in. He got some break. He and Nelson have done a great job protecting the rim today. Nelson with 2 blocks, Blanc with 1, but the thing is they've really done a good job just changing a lot of shots. Waterhouse running the baseline. We'll go in the high post. Nelson, and he'll draw the contact. Foul is going to be on Big Jesse Deloach. He's saying I'm straight up, but moving the body. And that will put Corey Nelson at the line. I believe this will be a 2-shot foul.
Nelson at the line.
It is a 2-shot foul. Nelson, he's got 8. First free throw's good. Corey is 70% free throw shooter. Blanc in. Lappet checks out. Corey Nelson both. We got the lead back up to 24 as we approach the 8-minute mark. Right elbow jumper, no good. Charles Skine for the board. Tell you what, he got 7 boards and 19 points. JB might get a double-double today. Antonio step back jumper, no good. Nick fights, keeps it alive, gets fouled. Man, he just blue-collar bruising out there today, baby. Foul is on DeLoach, his third. Nick will go to the line. Team ninth. It's going to be a 1-and-1. One more, though, will be in the double. Blanc, 13 points and 4 boards. He's got to have more than 4 boards, don't he? We, by the way, have out-rebounded Columbus 34-24. First free throw good from Nick. And Nick knocks down the second. Oh, nice back cut, but a block by Blanc. JB tracks down the loose ball, gets it in Antonio's hands. He'll come right back to JB, going to feed Blanc, and can't get it, but stays with the board. Gets that one. Can't get that one. Nelson jams it home. Whoa, that's fun. 3-ball good from Lambert. He had 4 rebounds on that possession, didn't he? And he stays with that one. Nelson again to Waterhouse, left side Wade, and we'll feed Blanc down low. Inside out to Nelson. Got to go, guys. Thought we were going to get a 3-second call there. Waterhouse will reset. Coming off a screen, up, and can't get it, but Blanc with the board, up. That's a man right there, I'll tell you. Timeout on the floor comes at 6:50. Young Harris leads 81-56. Young Harris Athletics on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Coming up next for Young Harris, we'll be down at Georgia College Wednesday. Georgia College, men having a good year. They're 4-4 in a conference, 8-6 overall. This is a team we can leapfrog. Then we'll be at homecoming next Saturday, USC Aiken. USC Aiken's women, who had not won, I don't think, in the conference, beat Lambert, who was at the top of the heap. Just shows you how tough this conference is. We got to get the ball in bounds. I want to remind you, February the 7th, Battle of Blood Mountain. That will be on ESPN3. And the question has been asked of me about 100 times, are you going to be doing the broadcast of that one on ESPN? No, I'm going to be Joe Spectator. Wade puts it on the floor. Nice feed. Blanc has a shot blocked, but again, he stays with it and puts it down. Oh, my goodness. He's up to 9 rebounds now. He's heading for a double-double, one more rebound. J.B. Charles got 19 and 9. Ben Waterhouse has got 13 and 7. And oh, my, the defense that he has played today. Free throw is good, 84-56. That puts us up by 28. That's our largest lead, I do believe. Getting down to the 6-minute mark, and we're approaching that 100 mark. Lambert, 3-ball, no good. 50-50 ball, tracked down by Wade. Nice little crossover, goes strong to the rack. And Antonio will go to the line to shoot 2. Antonio, 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. He's got 12 points to go along with 5 assists and 2 boards. Damari Edwards getting ready to check in as Zion Williams. If you haven't seen Zion Williams, he is going to be a great one. Free throw good from Antonio. Edwards going to give J.B. Charles a break. Blanc Knight has a double-double. He's 18 and 10. That's what our stats are telling us. Misses the second. Young Harris with 5 in double figures. Columbus led by Paulding with 10 and Lambert with 10. Wade with a steal. Finger roll, can't get it, but Edwards finishes it up. Damari puts it down. Good hustle by Damari, not giving up on the play. And the Young Harris lead is up to 31. Here goes Waterhouse. Nelson throws it down. Ben with the dime. Unselfish play by the senior out of Juan Tierna. A great job by Waterhouse in traffic with the crossover, drew the foul, and he'll go the line to shoot 2. Zion Williams getting ready to check in for Young Harris. Antonio Wade, great game. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Also checking in for Young Harris is a walk-on out of Augusta, Georgia, Ben Dresser. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Ben. He's not been in much action, but let me tell you something about this kid. First off, he is one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet in your life. And second off, he can shoot. I'm talking about pure shooter. He may be, Mr. Bob Short told me, he said, maybe one of the best shooters I've ever seen come through here. Now, let me tell you something. That is saying a lot. When you start thinking about J.B. Charles and Ben Waterhouse and Steve Viterbo and Frank Adams, and we can just go on and on and on. This kid can shoot. Got to get some upper body strength. Got to get used to the speed of this game. But he can shoot. No doubt about it. He can shoot. Works hard. Got a great attitude. Happy to be here. 91-56. And they're going to get Corey Nelson with the body. That'll be 7th team foul, and that's going to put Columbus at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Michael Graham, sophomore out of Stone Mountain. Off the miss, Blanc with the board. Big Angus Howie going to check in. Ben thought about it. Man, baseball guys want him to shoot the ball. Oh, they're on him. Why are you not shooting that? There he goes. Yeah, what I tell you, What did I tell you? Kid can shoot, man. Free ball coming back the other way. And going to be a offensive foul on Columbus. Angus Howie going to see how, I don't know if we got it on the camera, but how that the Young Harris bench, baseball guys, everybody jumped up. Man, this family around here. You know, you heard Coach Hurley, our women's lacrosse coach, if you was with us early. It's family around here. That's who we are. That's the appeal of Young Harris. It's family. Kid that obviously his teammates love comes off the bench and hits a 3. He going to shoot another. Oh, why not, right? Angus Howie, lucky he didn't get an over the back. Young Harris, 94 points. We're going to have to go stone cold with 4 minutes left not to score 100, man. We got a timeout on the floor. 94-56, Mountain Lions lead by a bunch. Peach Belt basketball on the Mountain Lion Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Well, a big announcement we were going to talk about after the game, but Marcellus Roberts will be doing his last post-game show with us here in about 4 minutes. He has signed a contract to play professionally in Spain. I'll tell you something. We got a lot of guys playing professional ball. Isaiah Johnson, Herdy Lawrence, now Marcellus. I think that Kevin Altador might be playing professionally in Europe, and not sure about C.J. Wilson, if he is or not. He had signed to play in Cyprus. I don't know. I hadn't talked to C.J. in a couple of months, I'm ashamed to say. Not sure about him. Marcellus heading to Spain. Greg Murphy coming in for Corey Nelson. Good game for Mr. Corey. 14 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Free throws good. Murphy off the bench with 4 points. We've had good production off the bench. Edwards with 8, Murphy with 4, and Ben Dresser with the 3 ball. Zion, he can shoot it. Oh, well, here we go. Alley-oop. Damari Edwards finishes the deal. Young Harris has hung 96. Lead is nearly 40. This is Jordan Jedinski, a sophomore out of Macon, who has checked in. Jedneski, excuse me. Didn't get it right. How are we playing down low? Three ball as the shot clock expires. Can't get it. Angus Howie with the board. Zion Williams now will run the point. Murphy puts the ball on the floor, and he's going to get fouled. Big Greg will go to the line to shoot 2.
His first.
Greg's 64% free throw shooter on the year, 9 of 14. Left-hander got a smooth stroke. First free throw's good. And getting ready to check in for Young Harris is the long-range bomber, Dylan Curry. 6'5" redshirt freshman out of Jasper, Georgia, but played his high school ball at West Hall. This kid can shoot. He got size, 6'5", long arms. He can shoot. Also, Alex Pack going to check in as Murphy nails the free throws.
Now on the floor for the Mountain Lions, number 34, Alex Pack.
Howie will come out. 98-58. The Young Harris lead is 40. Nice right hook by Deloach. And as they put some pressure on Williams, he shuffles the feet.
Howie in for Murphy for the Mountain Lions.
98-60. Young Harris, I think probably our best effort. Dresser with the board. Kids love Ben. And we're going to get Marcellus in here a little bit early. Congratulations. I knew another 3-ball by Dresser. Kid can shoot, can he, Marcellus?
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I figured out about him when I came and played pickup with him earlier this year. He is a shooter. Coach Herman thinks highly of him.
Well, Bob Short told me, said might be one of the best shooters we've ever got here. That says a lot.
That's a big statement. That's a big statement.
So, complete effort by Young Harris. Best game we've seen him play by far.
I said it last week. We were in the 50s. I said I don't expect to see that again. And we scored in the 50s last week, and now we're over 100 with over a minute left in the game.
Against a quality opponent.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you know, Coach Herman, I mean, we just don't score in the 50s very often.
No. Coach Herman likes to go up and down. He likes to get it and run. He wants us to score. We're up there today. This is what Young Harris basketball is about.
101-62. JB started it out. I mean, he was red hot the whole time he was out here, and Nick Blanc was just a man out there in the paint and on the boards.
Yeah, if he missed it, he was getting his own rebound. And he was going right back up with it. He was aggressive. Does he have a double-double?
He's got a double-double,
Yeah.
18-11. I swear it seems like he's got had 30 rebounds, though. Must have got a lot of 50-50 balls, I guess. But he's just been so strong out there. And him and Corey did a really good job protecting the rim today. That's something that's kind of been lacking.
Corey was all over the rim on both sides. He had a good couple of dunks, putbacks. He was aggressive today. He had a good presence, be able to face up and drive towards the rim.
Dylan Curry travels. I don't know why Dylan didn't shoot the three, because he can shoot the three as well.
Mm-hmm.
But good to get these guys some minutes. Balance was great today, Marcellus. We've got
the whole starting five up was in double digits. I saw that.
Yeah, and then Damari got 10 off the bench. It's just been solid. We've been good from the get-go. And, we talked about this with Coach Steersman, and we'll talk about their win here in a little bit. But, men and women both have had what you would call moral victories. Well, moral victories in the column still a loss. It's time to start winning some games. And I think both teams have come a long way, and maybe restoring some confidence and letting people know, hey, we're to be reckoned with. I think on both ends.
Yes, sir. There's been again. He missed it. Shooters keep shooting, though. I hope he gets in the, 20 seconds left, but he's on the board. He's in the books. That's all that matters.
102-65, and we have led about 80% of this game. Close for a little while, but we picked it up, and when we got it going, we have never looked back. 3.2, and Young Harris is going to walk away with a 40-point. You talked about this last week. Historically, when Coach Herman and Coach Moore get together, it's always a war. And Marcellus, it just looked like our guys were not going to be denied.
No, not at all. They just came in focused. I was talking to some of them individual yesterday with Coach Herman, just saying it's time to lock in, time to play for Seton, and I guess they took what we were talking about and came and put in effect today.
Now let's go back about 3 hours ago. Women's game. Young Harris, just a tremendous win in overtime. 93-92 over Columbus. Brianna Bell, who didn't play much the second half because the other guards were just playing so good, and you just couldn't take one of them out, but had 3 girls foul out. We were down 7 points with less than 2 minutes to play, and just persevered, got some stops, hit some free throws. Brianna hit the big one. You knew it was going when it left her hand. How huge a win is that?
It's a huge win. That's a season changer right there. I mean, that game, that was just all heart. That's all that game was. I mean, it was Columbus has that reputation. They're going to be quick. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to try to intimidate you. But they fought back. I mean, we probably got a rebound on the boards because they had some girls that was forceful, but we battled with them. I'm proud of Erin. She probably had a chip on her shoulder going into this game, coming from Columbus. She went on the run basically by herself, just lit it up in the second half. But G was aggressive. Ashton was aggressive. Sarah Garner's a little disappointed she wasn't on the boards like she was, but she was 3 from 3 from three. I think she was 100% from the field today, but today was a good game. Hopefully they could just keep it going. 2 big-time wins today, both of them scoring high. I like how it's looking.
Yeah, Sarah got us clicking, hit those 2 threes and another jumper early, 8 points right out of the gate. And then, like I say, Aaron Cochran, and there was a time period late in the third quarter and early in the fourth, they couldn't do anything with Ashlyn Ellison off the dribble. They just could not do anything with her.
I think Sarah Reed helped out with that because Sarah Reed, I think, hit a mid-range jumper. So the help side was afraid to sack off of her because Ashlyn's drive to get back to her. So they had to respect Sarah Reed. And then Sarah Reed was also quicker than the big they had. So one time she knocked down the mid-range jumper, then the next time she just ripped through left, finished with left-hand layup. So I'm glad Ashlyn took advantage of it. She made the free throws count. She was aggressive. You got to have a presence just sewing a slash, and that makes it that much easier for the shooters that we have.
So a big day here at Young Harris. Going to hit the road Wednesday against Georgia College, and then homecoming next week. USC Aiken coming to town. Need to get on the road here. Young Harris, big win on the women in overtime, getting off the mat and doing it. And Young Harris just owning it here today. 102-65, 6 people in double figures. J.B. Charles, huge night. But let's talk about you. Last time we're going to get to do the Marcellus post-game show, because tell them, I mean, you heard it from the floor, but tell us what's getting ready to go on with you.
I've been getting thrown a couple offers since the summer, but I was questioning. I was just like, is this really what I want to do? But I've been playing basketball all my life. I just had to take the opportunity, get the experience. It's not many people that say that they're blessed to be able to go play pro. They contacted me earlier this week. They said we have an opportunity to go play in Spain. I'll be playing in the EBA league. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to quite pronounce the team, so I'm not going to try. But I'll be playing for an EBA team, but I'll also be training with the team in the ABA, which is the top league in Spain, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity. But I'm a little nervous and excited, but I'm looking to make the most out of it. But I just felt the love here today. They gave me a little shout out. The crowd recognized me, but there's some love, people. I'm glad I got to come up here before I leave, because I mean everybody's just telling me congrats and stuff, so it's making me a little more excited for the flight over there. But I got some loved ones here I'm gonna leave behind, but I'm gonna just make them happy. I'm gonna do the best I can do over there.
And I want you to talk about this, because I'm sure a lot of people don't realize you're going to be going. Isaiah Johnson over in Europe playing. Hurdy Lawrence playing. Is Kevin Altador playing over there now? Is he playing?
He's not. He just got done. He did a Taiwan tour not that long ago. He's actually looking, but the agent that contacted me, I think, is actually talking with Kevin right now. And actually, I was actually considering going over there to Portugal with Isaiah. His agent also contacted me also. So it's a small world. It's crazy, because I wasn't even here when Kevin and Isaiah were here, but I mean they helped me make my decision, just giving me the information that they knew about playing overseas. I talked to CJ yesterday. He's still grinding. He's still in the States. He's in Orlando right now. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but CJ's hungry. He's going to go somewhere. So give him a chance. He's going to make the most out of it.
Yeah, and like I say, this is an opportunity of a lifetime that you just can't pass up. And you're talking about Isaiah and Kevin that you didn't play with. We had Coach Hurley, our women's lacrosse coach, up here, talking about family. I mean, this is family here. It's family. I know CJ talked to me about how much Vince Martin poured into him, even though they never, I don't think, ever saw the floor together. I don't know how many soccer players we've got playing professionally. I know we've got at least 5. And I'm sure there's probably going to be 2 or 3 more. And then, of course, in baseball, we got Charlie Blackman won the batting title and Nick Markakis. So, I mean, you can get there from here for sure.
That's what it's about. I mean, that's one reason I came here. I felt it's just a family environment up here. And it just means a lot for me to be able to make a connection with people I didn't even play with, and then some of the new guys this year just able to listen to what I had to say yesterday, just talking about this season, how they could turn it around and make it possible, and just for them to listen to what I had to say. So, I mean, it's just a family environment. It's close up here. You saw the students was out. It's just a lot of love up here. I'm going to miss it. Harris has a special place in my heart. But even though I'm leaving for a couple of months, I for sure will be back.
Well, you'll do well with your work ethic and your demeanor and your attitude. You're going to do well in anything that you do, and we're proud of you, and we're proud of Isaiah and Hurdy, and proud of all these guys. We've got a couple of women playing internationally as well. Dondra Johnson, I think Jenny Burnett's playing. Meredith Tarver, I think, was going, but I think
she's still recovering from her knee, but she's looking to go play professionally also.
So a big day. Women, Brianna Bell, huge 3-ball, won it in overtime. Our men, J.B. Charles, 19 points. Nick Blanc, 18 points and 11 boards. Ben Waterhouse really stepped up big today, 15 points. Ja'Cory Payne, one of the leading scorers in our league, he just shut him down.
He was pretty quiet today. We did a good job defending him.
Wow, this is the last time we're going to get to talk to you for a while. So final thoughts before we sign out of here?
Boys and girls, just keep on grinding. It's not that far away. Let the momentum carry over and just keep playing all your heart. Leave it on the floor, no regrets.
All right, you heard it from Marcellus, and he's going to be heading to Spain to play professionally. We're going to keep up with him. But a winning day, different extremes. One of them extremely close, one of them extremely a blowout. But we'll take them any way we get them, and that kind of gets us a little roll going. So on a winning day, both squads winning. We'll see you next Saturday. homecoming. USC Aiken coming to call. Tommy Jenkins, John C. Moon, Marcellus Roberts. We want to thank Coach Hurley and Coach Steersman for stopping in and sharing with us. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.